Now coming to next topic, cavity resonator. In previous lecture we have seen multi-conductor transmission line, that is coaxial lines, strip lines and microstrip lines, right? Now coming to next topic, cavity resonator. Now cavity, the term cavity is nothing but a closed form, and a resonator is nothing but the device which exhibits resonance property, right? Now the device which exhibits resonant property, that particular device we call it as a resonator, and cavity is nothing but a closed form, right? Now coming to this cavity resonator, now there are two types of cavity resonator. One is rectangular cavity resonator. Now C dot R is nothing but cavity resonator, and another one is circular cavity resonator, and these two are nothing but your wavegates, right? Now rectangular wavegate and circular wavegate, right? Now there are two types of cavity resonator. One is rectangular cavity resonator and another one is circular cavity resonator. Now coming to the definition of cavity resonator, now when see you have a wavegate, now consider this is your rectangular wavegate, right? Now consider this is your rectangular wavegate, right? Now when one end of this particular wavegate is terminated with a shorting plate, right? Now when one end of this particular wavegate is terminated with a shorting plate, now what happens? Now whatever when it is terminated with a shorting plate, now whatever the wave that you are getting transferred through this particular wavegate will get reflected back, right? Will get reflected back. Now because of this reflection, now what happens? Standing waves will occur, right? Now standing waves will occur. Now when another shorting plate is kept at a distance of, see, wavegate is open at both ends, right? Now consider this is your rectangular wavegate. Now wavegate is open at both sides. Now when one end of the wavegate is terminated with the shorting plate, now we are transferring wave through this particular rectangular wave. Now this will get reflected. Now when another end is also, now after transmitting, now when another end is also that, and another end is also terminated with shorting plate, and the distance between these two shorting plates should be n lambda g by 2, where n is varying from 1 to 3 so on up to infinity, and lambda g is nothing but guided wavelength. Now n lambda g by 2. Now what happens when I terminate these two ends with a shorting plate? Now the standing waves will get circulate within this particular region. Cavity is formed, right? By terminating these two ends with a shorting plates, cavity is formed, and when these two ends are terminated with a shorting plate, now the standing waves will travel between these two shorting plates, and which exhibits a resonance property. Now that's why it is called cavity resonator, right? Now let me briefly explain. Now what is cavity? Cavity is nothing but a closed structure. Now resonator is nothing but a, that particular closed structure is exhibiting a property of resonance. That's why it is called cavity resonator. The closed structure which exhibits the resonance property, that is called cavity resonator. Here we have two cavity resonator. One is rectangular cavity resonator and circular cavity resonator. Now when a wavegate, now consider this is your rectangular wavegate. Now this wavegate, either it may be rectangular or circular. If it is of rectangular wavegate, we call it as rectangular cavity resonator. If the wavegate is circular, that's why we call it as circular cavity resonator. Now when this particular rectangular wavegate, to this particular rectangular wavegate we are transmitting the microwave, right? Now when one end of this wavegate is terminated with a shorting plate, now what happens? The wavegates will, now the whatever the wave that you are transferring, that will get reflected. Now the other end is also terminated with shorting plate. Now what happens? This results in standing waves which moves between these two shorting plates, and the distance between these two shorting plates is n lambda g by 2. Now generally n will be 3, that means the distance between two shorting plates will be 3 lambda g by 2. Now these standing waves will travel in between these two plates, and which exhibits a property that is that results in a property of resonance. That's why it is called cavity resonator. If you are using a rectangular wavegate for this particular cavity resonator, we call it as rectangular cavity resonator, and if you are using circular cavity resonator, the wavegate is circular, right? Now cavity resonator is nothing but when one end of the wavegate is terminated with a shorting plate. Now what happens? There will be a reflections, and hence standing waves will occur. Now when another plate is also kept at a distance of multiples of lambda g by 2, now the halo space is formed, nothing but a closed structure is formed. Now this signal, standing wave signal, which bounces back between these two shorting plates, and this results in resonance. That's why it is called cavity resonator. Whole halo space is formed, that's why it is called cavity, closed structure, and that exhibits a resonant property, that's why it is called cavity resonator, right? Now if we are using a particular rectangular waveguide, we call it as rectangular cavity resonator. If you are using circular waveguide, we call it as circular resonator. Now we know the resonant frequency, that is given by 1 by 2 pi under root LC, right? Now you know this formula, right? Now we have to define resonant frequency, that is defined by F0 for rectangular cavity resonator and circular cavity resonator, right? Now we have to define the resonant frequency of rectangular cavity resonator and circular cavity resonator. Now this is at your low frequencies. Resonant, the device that is exhibiting resonant property which have a resonant frequency of 1 by 2 pi root LC. Now this is at your low frequency. Now we have to define at high frequencies, resonant frequency, that is denoted by F0 for high frequencies. Now let us derive resonant cavity resonance, that is denoted by F0 in rectangular waveguide, right? F0 in rectangular waveguide, right? Now let me draw the cavity resonator structure. Now this is B and this value is A. Now you know A and B, and this is D, where D is nothing but difference between two shorting plates, right? D is nothing but difference between two shorting plates, that will be normally 3 lambda g by 2. Difference between two shorting plate, that is open, that is difference between two shorting plates, right? Now nothing but the length of your rectangular cavity resonator. D is nothing but length of your rectangular cavity resonator, nothing but the distance between two shorting plates. Normally it will be 3 lambda g by 2, right? Now we know the expression h square, which is equals to gamma square plus omega square mu epsilon, right? H square, which is equals to gamma square plus omega square mu epsilon. Now h square is nothing but a square plus b square. Now substitute. Now a square plus b square, this is equals to gamma square plus omega square mu epsilon. Now what is a value? N pi by b. B value is m pi by a. Now m pi by a whole square plus n pi by b whole square. Now this is equals to gamma square plus omega square mu epsilon. Now what is gamma? Gamma is nothing but alpha plus j beta. Now what is the value of alpha? 0, right? Now gamma will become j beta, right? Now substitute gamma equals to j beta, that is j beta whole square plus omega square mu epsilon, right? Now this is equals to m pi by a whole square plus n pi by b whole square. Now expand this. Now what you will get here? Omega square mu epsilon, which is equals to m pi by a whole square plus n pi by b whole square, plus here you will have minus beta square, bring this to this side, that's why you will get plus beta square, right? Now final expression you are getting it as, now what is final expression that you are getting? Omega square mu epsilon, that is equals to m pi by a whole square plus n pi by b whole square plus p pi by d, okay, plus beta square. Now this is the expression that you are getting. Now in order to exhibit resonant property, right, the condition for resonator to exhibit resonant property, right, now beta should be equals to p pi by d, right? Now beta should be equals to p pi by d. Now what is p value? Constant, that is varying from 1 to 3 so on up to infinity. Same like m value and n value, p value is also varying, that is varying from 1 to 3 so on up to infinity, right? Now this is nothing but number of, see, m is nothing